Friday after I left work, I headed to the sale advertised in the AJC. The ad mentioned 3 floors of goods collected over a lifetime. The sale was in a traditional 2-story Druid Hills manor house with a tile roof and a Greek Revival entryway. A wooden handicap ramp led to the classical entrance. At the doorway were several signs indicating the presence of military medals, a Dior tuxedo, and hats on the porch. Inside, I headed to the porch with the hats. There I found a pile of ladies' headgear, arranged in no particular order. In the same room, I found a box of LPs and a piece of embroidery in its early stages that said, "I slept and dreamed that life was beauty." In the living room was a table with 2 souvenir swords from Toledo. Above the table was a print of an El Greco painting I had seen while I was in Toledo. On some shelves in the same room were small ceramic animals, mugs, and dollhouse furnishings. In a smaller room in the rear of the house was a box of sheet music and a framed photograph of a smiling woman and photographs of wire-haired terriers. I proceeded to the adjoining room, a small study or library where I found a collection of books on built-in bookcases. Here I found a biography of Lenin, works on mathematics, and books by Joyce, Dickey, Faulkner, and Blake. On another shelf was a pack of small ceramic dogs. I entered the kitchen and found the usual assortment of kitchenwares. On the walls of the room were more framed photos of terriers. Other art hung about, included a large abstract and a print of an old man praying. On the counter were containers of assorted spoons and a mug from the Atlanta public school system with the quote, "But how will it affect the children?" Nearby was an instruction booklet from a device for cooking hot dogs. In an alcove outside the kitchen was a shelf with several unopened and opened bottles of hard liquor. Below it were several bottles of Perrier. And then into the basement, down a narrow flight of stairs, I found boxes with old National Geographics and another box with an old encyclopedia. Nearby was a workbench in an advanced state of disorder. On the floor was a decrepit Southern Comfort brand humidifier emblazoned with a large stars and bars. Also on the floor was a box containing a coconut. In another part of the basement was an old Commodore computer and a very old TV with a sign indicating that it worked. On my way out, I noticed a large handmade booklet entitled, "I'm So Glad That You Came." I left the basement and headed to the second floor, passing a framed triptych of 3 children's faces. Halfway up on the landing were numerous certificates from Grady High School. In the hallway at the top of the stairs was a wooden plaque of an owl with a large letter R attached. Below it was a table holding a box of rocks collected from Tanzania, New Zealand, Brazil, Norway, and Samoa. Next to it was a container of boric acid. In one bedroom was a selection of women's clothing including some brightly colored muumuus. On the mantel was a series of framed, pressed leaves. In another bedroom was an uncovered bed, topped with wigs, small soaps taken from hotels, poker chips, and a framed photo of a woman wearing pearls. On the floor was a framed copy of the Kiwanis Code of Ethics and a portrait of Jesus. Another bedroom contained men's clothing, 6 large red candles, a basket of plastic Easter eggs, and a wheelchair. On my way out, I noticed a playbill for Joey, autographed by Betty Manigan. I also saw a camel saddle and a large console hi-fi marked sold to Hannah. I bought nothing.